Celtic are reportedly ready for a signing spree after a £17 million deal has been agreed. We will discuss this in today's video, whilst going over all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Brendan Rodgers has confirmed Nicolas Kuhn is on the verge of leaving Celtic in a €19 million move to Serie A side Como, with the winger already out of the picture as pre-season gets underway. Kuhn wasn't involved as Celtic opened their summer schedule with a 1-0 win over Queen's Park thanks to a first-half goal from Johnny Kenny. After the match, Rodgers spoke plainly about where things stand with the German. He said, "He wasn't here tonight. We've virtually agreed between the club and Como, so it looks at this point that he'll be on his way, but we just have to wait for confirmation." Kuhn's time at Celtic may have been short, but it was anything but forgettable. He exploded onto the scene during the first half of last season, producing dazzling performances, including a standout showing against RB Leipzig at Parkhead and a brilliant goal at the Allianz Arena against Bayern Munich. For a spell, he looked untouchable. But his season didn't end quite as strongly as it started. The energy and creativity that defined his early months began to fade, and it became clear interest in the player was building. Rodgers didn't shy away from that fact. He added this: "I think it's very clear the model of Celtic. He's come in and in the 18 months he's done absolutely fantastic for us. He was aware of interest towards the end of last season and that sort of followed through. Other teams have joined in that interest over the summer and that's why a lot of the young players come. It's a wonderful, brilliant club to come to develop and improve. And you can see within a short period of time, 18 months, he's now getting the move that he wants." Yeah, and I think that is a part of our script here. Of course, we want to succeed, but a lot of these players, they come in with the notion that they can develop and improve. They're at a brilliant club, but they get the opportunity to go on and earn 3 or 4 times more in salary. And that's something that will always be a challenge for the likes of ourselves. But he's done brilliant for us in the 18 months. And if he does end up going and signing up a Como, then it's great business all round. I think we'll always look to improve the squad. There's money there to bring players in. It's just that we're getting the right ones, Rodgers concluded. Kuhn's departure is set to bring in a hefty return, and Rodgers sees it as another win for the club's player development model. There's no bitterness in Rodgers' tone, just realism. Kuhn shone, caught attention, and is now moving on. But with €19 million incoming, the question now is how Celtic reinvest it. Their attacking options are very limited now, and with a Champions League playoff at the end of August, they need to get moving. Kuhn departs with memorable moments under his belt, goals on the biggest stage and flashes of real class. His move says as much about Celtic's rising European reputation as it does about their ability to grow talent and sell high. Now it's about what comes next. Now for the main story, is Celtic are now ready to undergo a summer signing spree after agreeing a £17 million deal. Brendan Rodgers' side were crowned Scottish Premiership champions for the 4th year in a row after finishing 17 points above Rangers in the 2024 to 2025 campaign. The Glasgow Giants also enjoyed a successful season in the Champions League before suffering defeat against Bayern Munich in the knockout round playoffs. Celtic landed £43 million in prize money across the previous season, having also beaten Rangers in the Scottish League Cup final. The Hoops fans will be expecting to see a large portion of that windfall invested in improving the squad this summer. The Scottish champions have signed forward Benjamin Nygren from Nordzeeland in a deal worth around £1.3 million. Meanwhile, Kieran Tierney, Ross Doohan and Callum Osmond have all made the move to Parkhead on free transfers. There has been plenty of talk around potential exits this summer as Celtic look to boost their transfer budget. Maeda has been linked with a move to Tottenham following his impressive performances last season. However, Celtic Park Chiefs are looking for a fee of around £25 million to sanction an exit for the Japan international, with Rodgers keen to retain his services. The 27-year-old forward registered 33 goals and 12 assists in 51 appearances in the 2024 to 2025 campaign. Celtic are set to complete a major sale after agreeing to sell Nicolas Kuhn to Como. Sky Sports Germany reporter Florian Plettenberg reported on 3rd July the Italian side will pay £17.3 million for the 25-year-old, who will undergo a medical next week. Celtic are in line to make a significant profit on the German winger, having signed him for £3 million from Rapid Vienna in January last year. Kuhn registered 21 goals and 15 assists in 51 appearances last season. The money from Kuhn's transfer is likely to be invested straight back into the squad as Rodgers looks to bring in some new faces over the coming weeks. Recruitment expert Mick Brown told Football Insider Rodgers could eye a Celtic exit if the board don't back him this summer. The Hoops manager will be fully aware Rangers could put up a stronger title challenge next season following their takeover at Ibrox. The transfer activity will no doubt ramp up at Celtic Park once Kuhn's move is finalised next week. In other news, Celtic striker target Yamada has received a call-up to his national team despite a noticeable dip in form this season. The 25-year-old Japanese international, who hit the back of the net 19 times in the 2024 J1 League, has experienced a significant goal drought in 2025, going 13 matches without a strike since scoring on March 29th. Despite his dip in form, Yamada's been called up to the Japanese national team. It's key to note, though, that only players from the J-League have been called up, and Hatate and Maeda won't be appearing against Hong Kong, China and South Korea. Rodgers, keen to add depth up front following the departure of fellow countryman Kyogo, may view Yamada as a low-risk, high-upside option. Elsewhere, Celtic have officially announced the signing of Hayato Inamura. The defender completed his medical, switched to Hoops for £250,000 and has signed a 4-year deal. His fee is a low-risk, high-reward. He will link up with fellow countrymen Daizen Maeda and Reo. Lastly, Scott Bain has backed Celtic teammate Viljami Sinisalo to become a major asset to the club, but warned fans to be patient as the young goalkeeper continues his development. The 23-year-old joined Celtic from Aston Villa last summer in a £1 million deal and made a run of starts towards the back end of last season. He stepped up when Kasper Schmeichel was sidelined with a shoulder injury and impressed the fans. Celtic released Scott Bain at the start of the summer with the goalkeeper and since signed for newly promoted Falkirk. The former Celtic goalie praised Sinisalo's potential and mentality, but stressed that experience remains crucial at this level. Bain had this to say: "When he came in and played those 5 games last season, he was excellent, really showed what he was about. I think he showed he can go and become a Celtic number 1. I always tried to give him little bits of advice with things I felt I could help with, and Vil was one of these guys who was always asking questions and wanted to learn. I hope we get to see a lot more of him at times because with his potential he can go on to become a big goalkeeper and major asset for the club. He has that self-belief. Listen, when you're young you can think you're the best, that you're the best in the world and nobody's going to score. It's not until you get to the age of 26, 27 and 28 you can have some doubt and realise you're not invincible. He is a real confident boy, and as long as he keeps that and builds it game by game, when he gets that game time, it'll stand him in good stead. He's young, he's going to make mistakes at times as the best goalkeepers in the world do at times. It's important that Celtic fans realise he's not the finished article, but he will be when he gets more games and experience under his belt," Bain concluded. With Schmeichel entering the final year of his contract, the Finnish international is expected by many to step up and take the gloves. He's already showing he can, impressing with his fast reactions, but also the confidence that oozes out of him with the ball at his feet. Sinisalo has already stated he isn't in Glasgow to sit on the bench, and the Finnish international will hope for more chances to prove he can be the club's long-term number 1. Brendan Rodgers has said that Sinisalo is a very, very talented keeper and someone he is keen to keep around this season. What are your thoughts on these? Let us know down in the comment section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.